Hello and welcome to Goddess Resurrection. My name is Britta and I am your host. And today's episode is on New Earth, Higher Love. Well, think of it. New Earth is a higher frequency. It's a higher level of consciousness. It's connected through the heart chakra. So, of course, we are moving into higher levels of love, meaning, of course, in the body, deep, deep, deep soul connection, deep soul recognition, deep love, unconditional love, supportive love, caring love, listening love, right? It's really next level. And so, of course, we've all had the experience of connections that we felt so close to and so drawn to. And most of these were the karmic relationships. Karmic relationships, karmic soul cycles are very, 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 very hard to get out of. You know, they're sticky, they're full of drama, they're full of lust, versus higher level love is, you know each other, you have telepathy. No more drama. It's not lustful, it's sexual, it's sensual, it's passionate, but it's not this old way of drama repeat any longer. And that's what we'll be diving into today. But before we get started, hello, my gorgeous sister. Ah. I hope you are well. I hope you are breathing and feeling and you're continuing to go with the purging. The purging has been at an all-time high, and people are purging so much. So much. It's ridiculous. Mentally, emotionally, physically, just keep breathing and feeling and breathing and feeling, and let it all move through. Let it all move through. Don't attach to any of it. Don't project it into your life, into the now, as this is still the reality. No. Remember, at this point in the game, it's called sacred purging. You want to be in alignment with sacred purging. You want to understand that, yes, this is me clearing out my soul. My soul is releasing these old ways, these old patterns, these old energies. And in order for you to be in alignment with it, you go with it. You understand it's sacred. It's a sacred time on earth. It's a sacred time to be ascending while in human form. It has never happened before. Even though the ego doesn't like it, the ego feels it's a danger. The ego feels something is wrong. The ego tells you, oh, things aren't working out. It's terrible news. Your ego will say that. And so this is why don't think, breathe, feel, don't think. You want to get to the place now where you're in control of your thoughts, of your ego. You are not its servant. You are its master. Don't be a slave to your thoughts or your ego. You're in charge. Your mind is meant to serve you. The masculine energy, the thoughts, are meant to serve your soul. This is your soul's incarnation, and that's what New Earth, higher love is all about. And think of it in this way, and I really would invite you here to think of yourself in regard to relationship. Think of yourself in regard to love. What do you want? Where is it that you wish yourself to be? How do you see yourself in partnership, in relationship? How do you want to experience yourself? How do you want to feel when you are with your person? when you are with your counterpart. Right? I said counterpart, and this is because we're now attracting higher level soul connections. This is necessary for this higher love and for the new earth paradigm. Why? Well, because think of it in levels. Think of it in layers. So if you haven't healed or somebody hasn't healed, they are still in the old paradigm. They're still in the old earth. The closed heart is still old earth, which means fears, old ways of reacting from the mechanisms, right? The defense, the coping, the attack, the survival, taking things personal, the wounding, the trauma. It's all still active, which causes the drama, which causes the karmic cycles to come back around, come back around, come back around. Because when the individual isn't healed and the heart isn't open, then these old energies of these old karmic patterns have to keep coming around. Because remember, we're here to make the unconscious conscious, which means now seeing self, recognizing self, knowing that whatever is still needing to be healed will be brought to you over and over and over again until you recognize it as, oh, well, this is not what I want. This is not who I am. So there is messaging in here for me. Right? Your soul will keep bringing around that which you still need to heal within yourself. It's really not about the other person. It is really this reflection, not a complete reflection. I've said this before. Just because you're attracting a narcissist doesn't mean you're a narcissist, right? Just because you're attracting an avoidant doesn't mean you're an avoidant. But there is always still energy within yourself that needs to be healed to deeper levels. With a narcissist, for example, needing to speak up, needing to set boundaries, needing to claim your worth, needing to say no, needing to understand that, oh, no, I want to and I deserve to be in a connection where I get to be in my feminine energy, where I get to sit back and relax into my feminine energy and receive and be, and where this person loves me, not just the external, but all the way down to the bone, all the way down to the soul. And so with an avoidant, for example, you may still have to heal deeper levels of attachment, anxious attachment styles. Right? So not everybody is always an exact mirror, but yes, these reflections, of course, are being brought to you for you to recognize that this isn't higher love. This doesn't feel like higher love. What is higher love to you? It's time for you to ask yourself these questions. It's time for you to imagine yourself in that higher love, in that high value love, in that high level love with a soul in body that sees you, that is able to be open and connect so deeply. Because this is where we're going. Why? Well, it's the ascension, right? It's the new earth. And when the two come together, when the counterparts come together, the hearts are open. And when the two hearts connect, when the souls connect, it activates not just the blueprint within each other. into mission work, into purpose, into radical experience of love and ability to love and to be in that unconditional place. But because we're talking New Earth, because we're talking much higher dimensional consciousness, right? We know that the other one is a soul that we've known for eons. We know that the other one is here to meet us. Open heart, open mind, open energy, right? To really, truly experience this exchange. So it activates the blueprint, and it also will activate an exchange of light. It will bring in layers of light and frequency that anchor in by the two being together, by the two of you being together. It'll anchor the two of you into the earth with this high vibrational frequency that is a part of the anchoring of the new earth. So can you be in the new earth by yourself? Of course. Is your soul going to keep you there by yourself? No. This means you keep going, right? You keep opening your heart. You keep anchoring in your light. You keep focusing onto your breath and your healing and being in honor of your guidance, and you keep following that truth, that guidance, that wisdom, controlling your thoughts, controlling your ego, so you are in charge. The soul that you are is in charge now. And yes, whether you're already in the new earth by yourself or you are entering the new earth with your counterpart, either way, it's inevitable. It's inevitable for this frequency, this opening to bring to you the soul that will activate your blueprint, and you will activate their blueprint. And as the two of you are getting activated in this much higher level of purpose, whatever the two you souls before you incarnated planned to accomplish, whatever your mission is to complete together, that's all going to get activated. And like I've said before, it's not just for the relationship, it's not just for the two of you, it's for the world, right? This is a huge shift, and we have to understand love as a much higher thing. It's not just about you playing house. Okay, it's a much bigger vision. It's a much greater impact, because the two of you colliding, activating each other's blueprint, bringing in the highest frequency from your soul self, from your soul light, both of you, anchoring that into the world, anchoring that into the earth, that ripple effect alone, that frequency going out into the world alone is going to shift hundreds of thousands of other souls. That's how important it is. That's how significant it is. That is how profound this understanding of this readiness, of this importance is. So yes, the new earth has everything to do with love. Yes, the new earth has everything to do with understanding higher love. And if you already are in a relationship, as many of my clients are, then that's a beautiful thing too, right? Because the ones of you that are able to really work with this relationship and the dynamic as it will up level. It will up level. As you are up leveling and you being in the feminine energy, you will up level the relationship. You will up level the dynamic. There is no other way. Because by you being in your feminine energy, remember you from this place, bringing in your light, following your truth, your person understands, listens, honors the guidance that comes through you. And so therefore you, just by you being in your feminine energy and listening and trusting yourself, you will up-level the relationship. Because remember, the feminine energy is the leading energy. It's the soul guidance. And the more that you are in your feminine energy, the more your masculine understands and vibrationally follows the soul guidance. That's the way it is. And there is a guarantee for that. Yes, you will up level as well into this much higher level of consciousness and depth, right? Soul to soul. And I have something very, very funny to share with you guys. So I have a gentleman who listens to this podcast. And we've been messaging back and forth. And, you know, he's very, I'm going to call him Mr. M. Mr. M, very interested, very intelligent, very curious, all about the feminine energy and the new earth, right? It's a fascinating concept. So in one of the most recent exchanges, I said to Mr. M, so Mr. M, are you ready to open your heart? And this is the response, and I want to read it verbatim, okay? So this is the response because I don't want to leave anything out. Mr. M replied, I am all in on higher consciousness, but if opening one's heart as a male has the side effects of either becoming more metrosexual or being contracted into indentured servitude for passage to new earth, I'd pass at this time. Mr. M, I had to Google what is this intended servitude. I had no idea what that was. So yes, so indentured servitude was a labor system primarily used in colonial America, where individuals signed a contract, an indenture, to work for a set number of years, typically 4 to 7 years, in exchange for passage to the new world, along with food, shelter, and sometimes land or money upon completing their contract. So Mr. M is comparing love and the thought of an open heart as slavery. I was like, wow, okay, this is the great example. So he gave me permission to use him as the male guinea pig. And I love guinea pigs. I grew up with guinea pigs. My daughter, we always had guinea pigs, dogs and guinea pigs. But so yes, Mr. M is the guinea pig because Mr. M recognize that this is your ego, right? This is the perfect example of ego. And everybody has it, not just Mr. M. Everybody has it in different ways, on different levels, to different extents. Men more so than women. And what I want to say to this comment is that, Mr. M, if you're interested in experiencing the new earth, given the fact that you are intelligent and curious and so well read, Aren't you curious about yourself? Aren't you curious about how you will feel when your heart is open? Aren't you curious about that connection that happens to yourself, to your soul? Because that can only happen when your heart is open, right? So my invitation to you is, don't make it about relationship. Don't make it about partnership. Don't make it about any of that. Leave that out of the equation. It's way too soon for you to even think of it, because your ego right now will not allow you to even come close to the imagination of what a higher love would be. So leave the relationship out of the equation entirely and just understand that you can be in the new earth with your open heart in your soul connection to experience yourself as your most powerful self while in human form. And this is just, this is just the little and then playing with the what ifs. And then you'll see, maybe once your heart is open and you've healed through whatever bad experiences have caused this perspective, and you've healed through whatever trauma has gotten you to shut down your heart like this, maybe you'll think about love in a different way. And this is for all of you. This is for all of you. This is not just for Mr. M. And this is not just for the men. No, this is for the women too. Right? Because everybody has some fear. Everybody still has some stuff in the heart that is of old memory, of pain, of disappointment, of tragedy, of trauma, right? Of betrayal, of course. But that's exactly the point. This is why I'm bringing this example up. Play with your what if. Play with your what if. What if your heart is open? What if you're able to embody so much love? What if you're able to all of a sudden not personalizing things, right? Because that's the other part of being in this light embodiment of self, in this open heart. We have risen above, we have elevated out of the trenches of the ego and the trauma and the wounding and the victim and the right? We've elevated. And we are now able to see where people are at because of their words, because of their choices, right? It's very visible at this point. And imagine, Mr. M, imagine you being in your inner connection, in your soul connection, in your light connection, feeling all that love, feeling that unconditional place, yet also, of course, boundaries, right? When we're aware of where people are at, so it's pick and choose too. And once you're in the new earth, maybe you're going to want to love. Maybe you're going to want to be with this person, this other soul that comes in, where this old idea of intended servitude is a concept that you at that point laugh at, right? Because that's not what a higher love is at all, right? So when you think of it, and maybe it's very difficult to conceive right now because, your ego still has a lot of power, but it is of the service to the soul, right? The masculine energy, this body, this brain, these thoughts, these words, this vessel, this temple that is Britta is of service to my soul. And it is this way for every single being on this planet. It's just a matter of awakening to it. It's just a matter of remembering it. It's just a matter of connecting more and more deeply into soul self that, oh, that's, right. That's what she meant. I do want to follow this knowing, this guidance, this feeling, this truth, versus still continuing to indulge down in the trenches. It's a no-brainer at that point, right? So it's a big leap, it's a big gap, but it is not something that's unattainable, and especially right now as the vibrations are coming in so fast and so high on a daily basis, that feeling, breathe, feel, don't think, coming back to the purging, coming back around to the purging. Is the healing process pretty? No. Is the purging process pretty? No. But again, if you can adopt the perspective of it's sacred purging, it's sacred healing, it has to heal. You have to heal before you can truly anchor into the new earth. You have to heal before you can truly enter into the freedom from the illusion. Do not hold yourself in the illusion any longer. The trenches, that's you holding yourself in the illusion. The ego holds you in the illusion. It wants you to stay in the trenches. Versus being in that open availability to live from your soul, to give and receive love and laughter and connection. And the most amazing thing about being in the new earth and having the heart open is the telepathy. See, when you are in that place, in that connectivity, you read each other's minds. You know, there is no manipulation. There is no, what Mr. M is probably referring to in terms of this servitude, right? There is no black cat, golden retriever, bitchiness. Like all of that is all ego. It's all boxes. It doesn't exist in the new earth. We're talking elevated love, elevated love. And that's where it's just authentic, right? Authentic, honest exchange, wanting to make the other one happy, wanting to see the other one happy, wanting to see the other one fulfill their purpose, wanting to be in this experience together when there is mission that's meant to be completed together and also separately, right? It's really this freedom from the codependency, but there is no more need for codependency because there's such clarity and such knowing that there are no lies, there is no deceit, there is no such thing as betrayal. Like you can actually just relax. You can finally relax and not have these old energies of fear and doubt and worry and mistrust any longer. So just imagine yourself in these possibilities. All of you, not just Mr. M, all of you. Imagine yourself seeing and being seen. seeing and being seen, knowing, hearing. You just look at them and you know. You walk into the house and you know, right? It makes everything so much easier, and it makes everything so much more exciting, because all of a sudden, it's not just about the relationship, right? It's also about the expansiveness and the power that comes in, because as both are anchoring in this light and both are in this telepathic ability, the sense of purpose, the sense of authentic empowerment, the surges of embodiment that come in. Imagine on all levels, mentally, emotionally, physically, energetically, it's like, whoa. You're truly in God and Goddess, in divine union, looking at this earth, changing this world. So, Mr. M, my invitation to you remains this. You are not yet ready or allowed to even think of relationship. Don't think it has to mean that you're with anybody that you know. And don't project into anybody or anything. Let that all go. Let that all go. And just consider yourself to open through the heart, to heal through the heart, to let go, to release yourself, to free yourself from all of the past hurts, all of the past disappointments, all of the past resentments. And what that might do for you, what that might feel like for you, what that might open up for you. Just saying, as the curious and intelligent man that you are, right? You might be interested in growing in that way. And of course, my gorgeous sisters, pay attention to yourself. Keep visualizing. It's time now. It's time for you to visualize yourself in an elevated love. It's time for you to know what it is that you want, how you want to elevate, how you want to be in that experience, that exchange, that existence. And then pay attention what within you is still resisting it. What within you is still fearing it. What within you is still trying to sabotage it in some way. And those are the things you need to look to. The things that are resisting, the things that are fearing, the things that are wanting to sabotage it, right? These energies, these patterns are still the ones that you, to yourself, for yourself, with yourself, now need to pay attention to, breathe into. And maybe you need assistance with it, or maybe you can recognize where this is coming from, where in your life this was created, right? And then going back to that moment in time or to that time period and really assisting yourself in shifting the perspective, bringing the elevated perspective into the younger versions of yourself and helping the younger versions of yourself see that nothing was ever personal, that it was just, people still operating from pain and ego and disconnect and illusion. And so really helping the younger versions of yourself by bringing in that elevated perspective, by bringing in that light, by bringing in that open-hearted love that, yes, I've deserved it all along. Yes, I knew it to be true all along. Yes, I believed in love all along. It was just that the vibrational circumstances were not yet up to par, but now they are. Good. So do this work. really make it an effort for yourself, a commitment to yourself, to pay attention whenever you're noticing a little like, right? The spasms, the emotional spasms, the mental spasms, I can't. This is exactly what you need to then grab and be like, come here, let me work with you. Come here, come here, come here, let me work with you, right? So that you really bring in all parts of you into this healing, into this unconditional love that you are now. And from this place, healing becomes much faster, much easier, much, much, much easier. So, my sweet sisters, and Mr. M. I hope you all didn't mind that I brought in a male example, but I think it's important to understand that, you know, men could actually still look at the possibility of relationship as intended servitude. Okay, yes, all right, well, that's a species that's gonna die out soon. So let's elevate it, right? And really don't hone in on it having to be about relationship. It's not. For those of you who are healers, right? It's not about honing in on it having to be relationship. It's about focusing on healing the heart, the trauma, the wounding, the old misperceptions, and maybe learned perceptions of what love was down in the trenches. Okay, good. Time flies, but I've got to go. Do like, share, and subscribe. And my gorgeous being of light, I am so grateful for you, your energy and your time and your presence on this platform. And I am sending big hugs and kisses and love and light blessings to you and yours. Ciao for now.